Welcome back, everybody. I am APH, and for all of you around the world that celebrate Halloween, as today is the 31st of October, happy Halloween. Next line of business. It is, again, the end of the month, so I like doing kind of a monthly update. So kind of going forward, I kind of figured, well, I'd include it in this one, as it's going to be short, sweet, and to the point. October was really good for the channel. We went from 51 subscribers to 154. And we went from about 2,500 views up to about 13,500. For you, those of you 104 people, 103 people that joined during October, thank you for joining the House of H. You guys have made my day. Now, for watch time, we went from about 400 hours to a little over 2,300 hours. It means that in November, I'm going to hit my 4,000 watched hours, which is required for being monetized. I have to say that's like a huge milestone. I was hoping that that would happen, but I was not sure how long it would take. For the 1,000 subscribers, my guess is I was hoping to get it in 2021. And unless November and December follow the same path as October, where I get 3 times as many people joining as the previous month, we're probably going to end the year with about 500 subs. And that will get me the community tab back, which has been something that has been requested a few times that I post in there. But as of October 1st, it was removed by YouTube's change of policy. So I can't actually post in there. Next line of business. I had to do a lot to keep all my beavers alive. And yes, all of the beavers are alive. I had to cut down sections of the actual aqueduct. You're going to see a section missing here and a section missing here. I had to move beavers, which is for those of you who have a sharp eye, you're going to notice that District 10 and Padnos absolutely pulled together to bring together a huge section of actual reservoir going forward. So we have a lot of work ahead of us. And, you know, to get started, everybody's packed into the House of H, that is from District 10 and Padnos. And yes, I will eventually name District 10. We're probably going to have a District 11 before we name District 10. That's kind of one of those things. So we can let speed go. I want it to go a little bit slow because I want to watch the water, because when the water starts flowing, I want to send everybody back to Padnos first so they can start sending food back over to District 10, and then I'll start sending everybody over there. Next line of business, you're going to see a whole slew of new tracks. So let's talk about that. This is not a one episode build, not by any means. And it kind of, as I led around, I kind of realized that I had a failure right here. So we're going to have to chop this off, and I actually chopped the staircase off here in order to kind of get there. That's going to be this episode that we chop this down to size. Just can't be that high, because eventually we're going to get all of our water from Maple Grove from over here so that we can continue the actual waterway this way for power, and then lead it this way. It's going to actually be quite a bit of work. In this episode, let's start with Maple Grove, since we kind of started there. I've got a farmhouse planned out right here and a little bit of a levee system, kind of to make sure water doesn't go in there. And this is planned out for wheat as well. Food is absolutely in a horrible spot for Maple Grove. So moved the hauling post from where the farm is now to here, and we got rid of the gear factory in order to kind of make room for it. I got a storage underneath, and we should at least plan out the road so they don't start planting there, but we're going to leave that until we can prioritize what's in it. I've got a actual water dump plan for right here, and then I've got a down route for here. I'm hoping that this is enough room that we can get a forester or 2 up in here to remove these trees. I know they're only pines and they're only worth 2, but that's a lot of them in there. And if we can remove a good chunk of them via a forester, it's better than having our workers come over and do it. Leads us kind of this way. And we've got a staircase here, and I've got 3 scrap yards down here. Now, the plan is we'll get this building, is to get this built and get this scrapped out at least enough to go this route. And once we get enough to get that route done, we're going to blast the center and this side down to height. So I've got a walkway this way as well, but we're not ready to go over Padnos's changes. So coming over here, you're going to see that the gear factory is gone. and the scrapyard is gone. We only had like one scrap in there, so it wasn't a big deal. I was like, all right, you know, we need it for the future. And I've got this section of the levee planned out, which means that this water right here, we're going to have to empty it, kind of going forward, and we're going to absolutely plan on going that way. I've got a plan for a storage. You're going to notice the road isn't connected. That's going to be for all of the actual scrap that we collect. And over here, now we don't have a row here anymore for water to come over. So I've got a water dump here so this can fill up, because even though it's not important, to me it's important. And to our beavers that are working on that pagoda above it, it's important. So, you know, because of that, it's important. We've got a lot of areas lacking workers. It brings us over here. Now, what we've got planned for over here is we're going to place some 1-highs, and we're going to place them about like that. And we're going to bring this up, and we're going to get rid of, we can probably leave that one. Yeah, we can probably leave that one. And we're going to place some water pumps over here. And this is going to be the water pumps for Padnos in the future. So we're not pumping out of this reservoir, we're actually pumping out of here, as I'm thinking this is going to be, you know, pretty full in the future. I'm thinking another episode or two, and we're going to have this completely filled with water. And I'm thinking this is going to be our main source of water. So let's get that connected. Let's get our water in here. I think that would be a good number. And once those are constructed and pumping, we can get these shut off. We've got our water over there, so let's get our beeves sent back. I think we need 53 in total. So we'll get those migrated over to Padnos, and we're just gonna take a look and kind of watch it for a quick second to make sure that we've got all of our beavers. That brings us over to this district. I've got it all planned out, and did I prioritize this up? Because the idea would be this row right here has to be like a first thing, and then this row right here needs to be after, because we want to drain this out so that we can start farming in there. So this is pretty important going forward for our kind of district. We did get the ladder in, which means we can place houses over here, and we'll want probably, I'm guessing, about 20 houses in total. 20 rooms for houses, that is. Room for 20 beavers. We'll break the path right here, because we haven't broken the path over here yet, so we can place our distribution center. Yeah, we'll place our distribution center right there. We'll need a grill here. Now we'll go right there, and we'll go 2 fruit gatherers, and then we need a builder's hut over here is definitely a thing. And I'm hoping that we can get to this episode. So I'm trying to kind of keep things like on a medium speed so I can catch things as they kind of happen. It brings us to up on top of here. So, Mr. Neeson, this is your chance. I guess I'm assuming Mr. Neeson. If it is not, I'm sorry, and you can correct me in the comments. Leave a kind of a message as to what you're thinking for trees up here, because hey, we're getting ready to place your temple up here, and we're going to do something fun. Let's see if I can kind of visualize this. Something like this, maybe. And we're going to place a actual rooftop terrace up there. And then on the flip side of it, we'll place a temple right there and a campfire right here. Yeah, I think that looks good, and the placing of it. So I think we're kind of good there. We'll have to place some roads, and we'll plan kind of a road this way, and we'll plan a road kind of this way. You know, let's plan the road this way, and then we'll place something fun in there. We're gonna have to get a road going this way. We need water to be going through here. So I'm thinking, let's get rid of this. And what I'm thinking is we're going to do some dynamite, and we're going to bring it to right here. And then we're going to place a water dump right here in the future and dump it into there. And then we're going to put some 1-highs over that. We want to move the water pumps up here. So this definitely needs to be this episode. It needs to be 3 by 6. That's 4, 5, 6. So we probably want something like that, be my guess. And then we'll get a road kind of going across. You know what? We can probably, instead of doing that, we can probably do this. That might be a little bit better. And we'll use this as part of the actual walkway. So we'll go like that. We'll delete out this, and I'm going to wait until the drought starts to prioritize this up, because them getting this done is even more important than them getting, them getting this done is more important than them getting this done. So that's kind of going to be our route. And next line of business, we need berries over here. And initially I was thinking we were going to fill this with more potatoes, but if I look, you can see the line doesn't really jive. What I'm thinking for the future is a forester right here, so that we can get berries over here to make this self-sufficient. Let's plan that out to, I don't know, like right there. We need a water dump like right in here. So let's plan out a dynamite right there, and let's not plant anything here just in case. While we're on the track, let's get the actual water pumps. We'll go with 3 of them. Placed it one too far. That's actually okay, because eventually we're going to have more of that up there in the future. We're actually going to move everything up over here, over on top of the actual reservoir. I got a feeling that next episode, we're going to have water coming through here, because looking at the levels and looking at the progression we've made, I think we're going to get to a point, yeah, look, they're closing this up quickly, and all the water that we're losing is right there. This is going to bring us up to the actual level. So it's a possibility, depending on how long this actual drought or this rainy season goes. It's a possibility this episode we're gonna see this aqueduct actually working. That's phenomenal. Ooh, we've got our dynamite. Let's plot this out. Boom goes the dynamite. All right, let's get those so that we can get our actual path in. Yeah, we'll do something like that, and then we'll do our water dump right here for the future with a little bit of a connector. Ooh, we've got some stranded beavers. I hate having to cut away sections I've already built because the beavers are stupid. Let's get rid of this so they can escape. Come on out. Oh, hey, we're building that. You guys could be building other things, just saying. Speaking of building other things, I could be building another route up if you guys were not building this over here. I'm literally just saying, let's prioritize this to the top so that they cannot get stuck again, and then we'll try to maybe build like one over here now since they got stuck, and then we'll try to let them build that a little at a time. So I love the game, but let me just say this. That is like the one quirk that I have, is that I really wish they would fix that. All right, so the drought just started, and we have a 17-day drought. I gotta tell you, this is gonna be a cakewalk compared to the last. This is all leveled down, and I did pause a section in here just because I was having so many issues with them getting stranded. But I gotta say, we're making a little bit of headway here, and I'm really hoping that, like, in the next day or two of the drought, that they get to here so that we can start clearing out this scrap, and maybe we should actually do something a little bit different. See if we can squeeze a few more scrap yards in here, because we want to completely annihilate this as quick as we can. The actual storage did finish, so this is completely configured just for scrap. We're pretty well. The route over here is done. Oh, look at that. They've actually came over to grab that tree for us. Thank you, Padnos. And let's get our levees built here. Now, this spot right here, I'm thinking that or this spot. This spot right here is probably going to be our next break point. What we're going to do is we're going to take the water up to that point, and then we're going to stop it. And that means that we need to get rid of this so that we can continue it. I did get rid of all the paths because the beavers got stuck like 5 or 6 times in that like 2 days of before the drought. So let's get rid of this, and let's drop our levees in there, just kind of make it happen, and then we can get our path in here. Now the ultimate goal is this corner. I want it to be its own district, so we need a water dump somewhere in here, and we need a farm in here that is going to be powered by Padnos to get this area kind of going. And the water dump will need to lower the ground. So let's drop a dynamite right there, and let's get it queued up so that it actually happens quicker. And this area right here, we're also going to want to level it for the future. So we're going to drop that. We're going to prioritize that up just to kind of make it happen. Because we're going to cut this down. I don't think we're going to get any more water here in the future, so it's time to bring down this wall right here, and we no longer have a separation of our district there. That's absolutely amazing. The water here, we haven't got up to here. What I figured out is I never prioritized this, but they're working on it now. And they did get a little bit further over in this area. Ooh, look at that. We've got our reservoirs now. Unfortunately, they didn't get to building this yet. And that's what's really needed to make this happen. Maybe we prioritize that up as well. Because we really want to make this this area pop and come together. And over here, man, they are like nickel and diming that. I know we've got just a ton of wood in there, just absolutely keep being up there. Let's clean up house a little bit. Since these are no longer needed. All right, let's get the actual hauler in there. I'm thinking right there would be good, and then let's fill in these holes for the future, as we're no longer going to need water from the source that we're standing on. And what we might do in the future is the same over here as we did over with this, where we fill it in with an actual water pump. This is still filling in. All right, so I was going to bring you guys back to show you the blowing up of the dynamite, and maybe we'll get this round right here. And then we'll get it prepped up a little. What I was noticing is the beavers from Padnos are actually coming over and helping with the aqueduct. I'm pretty happy with that. We're starting to work on our staircase, which that makes me pretty happy. And we've had a whole slew of beavers getting stuck. So I had to build a ramp down for them to get unstuck. I got to tell you, I don't know what it is, but sometimes big projects are almost not worth building. And for those of you wondering what's going to go here, it's going to be suspense until next episode. It is, it's too big to place it into this episode. That's all I'm going to say. All right, so we've got our scavenger flags on, and I placed a couple more in because I want to get through this as quick as possible, because if I can, I want to extend this out this episode, and I'm not exactly sure if I can or not, so I'm a little bit hesitant. If nothing else, I want this gone for next episode, and we got a row of dynamite here. So as soon as these beavers vacate, I'm going to knock this down a level so we can explode this. I did get rid of one of the rows up here just because I felt like it was a little bit less of a boom than if we got rid of that. And then we'll knock down this row as well. Thankfully, the beavers from Padnos are actually coming over and helping. Like, their effort in the, hey, we want to survive is pretty epic. The water level here is kind of dropping, which is fine. And to be honest, like, we don't need it in the future, so let's detonate this one so we can get our water dump over here. And then I think we should have, I mean, we've already got berries coming in, so I think that in the future this should be really good. And look at that. They're like, they're just absolutely cutting through that. I'm loving that. I have high hopes that these guys in the future will merge with this district, and we've got our district hall over here. Good. I know we placed the district halls here, but I think we're going to move those in the future, and we're going to place a spot here so we can use this wood to get going. Yeah, let's start sending over planks. Yeah, this one has enough planks, so let's add a route for planks. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Ugh. Isn't connected to any districts or paths. Okay, so we can at least set it up to it. That's good to know. Let's get the planks. Think we're ready to send some people, some beavers over. And let's disconnect right here. And we'll disconnect right here. And I think we're good with that one being like that. Let's get rid of this one. And that way this district actually encompasses... Where are we still touching? Oh, we need to get rid of this one probably. That way this district will encompass that log stack. So let's make sure. Yeah, that will go down to here. Let's place our district hall right there. Or gate. And let's send them... Yeah, we got room for 20 and we got all the logs under the sun. Let's send as many as we can, as we have 28 willing participants. Let's send 14 to District 11, or from to District 11 from our homeland. Maybe we'll do 12, so we have 2 remaining. And let's see what the other districts have. 8? Yeah, that works. Let's send 8 over to... And I'm sure they'll be able to, you know, do what they need to do. Let's connect the path right here and right here. And they'll hopefully grab all of the wood they can and just immediately get to going. And let's prioritize up the houses and this area right here. Let's make sure that's going first so they have a good food source. Yeah, they're filling up the water. That's probably like the best we could have. They're probably going to start grabbing berries pretty quick here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And they should start building this. And what I'm hoping is these guys will bring over planks and kind of fill in while these guys fill in the rest of it. Because by next episode, I want this work right here completely done. I'm liking where we're going, guys. I like it where I'm going. I think this is a good spot to call this episode. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.